Welcome to Norfolk Public Schools Evening of Excellence, honoring star employees and inspiring individuals, where we celebrate efforts and contributions that go above and beyond the ordinary. Tonight, we're honoring this year's Inspiration Award finalists, along with the All-City Teaching Team. The evening's festivities will be hosted by DeAngele Miller, an 8th grader at Lafayette Winona Middle School, and Jonathan Guthrie, a junior at Norview High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your All-City Teaching Team, honored by our Norview High School Student Sword Detail. From the Academy of International Studies at Rosemont, Alex Witowski. From Azalea Gardens Middle, Padmawati Chittor. From Bayview Elementary, Dion Crisco. From Berkeley Campostella Early Childhood Center, Cheryl Williams. From Blair Middle, Tracy Mazel. From Booker T. Washington High, Brandy Melvin. From Camp Allen Elementary, Erica Adamek. From Camp Young, Mary Becker, who could not join us tonight. From Campostella Elementary, Karen Luca Berstein. From Chesterfield Academy, Natasha Lamel. From CHKD, Josie O'Kane, who could not join us tonight. From Coleman Place Elementary, Christine Bishop. From Crossroads Elementary, Kelly McGuire. From Easton Preschool, Jessica Braun. From Fairlawn Elementary, Angela Mays. From Ghent School, Nancy Holloman. From Granby Elementary, Tawanda Shirley. From Granby High, Christina Foss. From Ingleside Elementary, Kathleen McKnight. From Jaycox Elementary, Brenda Parker. From James Monroe Elementary, Sharan Fairley. From Lafayette Winona Middle, Doris Thompson. From Lake Taylor High, Jeremy Clark. From Lake Taylor Middle, Letitia Edwards, who could not join us tonight. From Larchmont Elementary, Sandy Mitchell. From Larimore Elementary, Lauren Danaher. From Lindenwood Elementary, Diana McBrien. From Little Creek Elementary, Tiffany Shestikoff. From Madison Alternative Center, Pandora Pfeiffer. From Mary Calcott Elementary, Debbie Reynolds. From Maury High, Sean Ellis. From the Net Academy, Jillian Elliott. From Norfolk Technical Center, Robin Ward. From Northside Middle, Rosalind Webb. From Norview Elementary, Ingrid London. From Norview High, Adam Smith. From Norview Middle, Sinclair Harris. From Ocean View Elementary, Natasha Brown. From Ocean Air Elementary, Francis Randolph. From PB Young Senior Elementary, Gloria Tillery. From Poplar Halls Elementary, Heather Renaud. From Richard Bowling Elementary, Elizabeth Jordan. From Ruffner Middle, Horace Hines. From Sewell's Point Elementary, Christine Thornhill. From Sherwood Forest Elementary, Anya Archie. From St. Helena Elementary, Andrea DeRuba. From Suburban Park Elementary, Anita Bracey. From Tanners Creek Elementary, Gregory Goodbread. From Tarleton Elementary, Cynthia Keene, who cannot join us this evening. From Tidewater Park Elementary, Michelle Bolden. From W.H. Taylor Elementary, Julio Batista. From Willard Model Elementary, Emily Phillips. And last but not least, from Willoughby Elementary, Joyce Blunt. Let's give another round of applause for our Teachers of the Year and the Sword Detail. Now, please welcome our student hosts for this evening, DeAngele Miller of Lafayette Winona Middle School and Jonathan Guthrie of Norview High School.
Good evening, Norfolk Public Schools staff members, leaders, and distinguished guests. Jonathan and I are proud to be your hosts for tonight's Evening of Excellence.
We're here to celebrate the outstanding men and women in this room who devote their very best efforts every day to us and to thousands of our fellow students. We are grateful for the care and concern you show for our success.
This is going to be an exciting and fun night.
It sure is. I don't know about you, DeAngele, but I sure am looking forward to a night when I don't even have to think about homework or SOL tests.
Me too. I am so glad my SOL tests are over. I mean, all those hours of staring at a computer screen, having to be quiet so we can pick the right answer.
Yeah, it's tough being a student nowadays. And when we earn a pass advance score, we don't get a fancy dinner at a hotel with all of our friends.
You know, you're right. I saw there's an Italian tort on the menu tonight for dessert. We're lucky if we get American tortillas in our cafeteria after tests.
Well, we're in control of this show now. I think this is our big chance to even up the score a little. What do you think, DeAngele?
Sounds interesting. What do you have in mind?
How about we give this crowd a little SOL test of our own? Make them earn their dessert.
I like it. You know, I have a few things I'd like to ask them too. Let's do this thing.
We need everyone in the audience to look on your tables, where you'll find an electronic clicker or two. We just need a couple of volunteers at each table to click when you hear the right answer.
I guess we have to. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay, are we ready?
All right. Question number 1. Tonight, you will be guilty of a dinner irregularity if you A, sneak dessert before the meal, B, leave the food on your plate, C, go to the restroom while interim superintendent Spencer is talking, or D, say out loud what everyone's thinking. NPS yeast rolls are the best. Those who have volunteered to click your responses, please do so now. And the responses are C is the correct answer. Don't go to the restroom while Mr. Spencer is talking.
Question number 2. Mayor Frame is mainly here tonight to A, eat the Italian tort, B, show his support for NPS employees, C, be near Waterside without having to talk about Waterside, D, get away from the pile drivers next to City Hall. Please indicate your answers. Okay. And your responses are B is the correct answer. He's here tonight to show his support for Norfolk Public Schools.
Question number 3. For tonight's celebration, we should thank A, the Norfolk Education Foundation, B, the dedicated educators who provide the reason for this event, C, the Norfolk Waterside Marriott, or D, Dillard, for dressing my beautiful co-host, or E, all of the above. Please indicate your responses. And your answers are E is the correct answer, all of the above.
And question number 4. Summer break really begins, A, when Mr. Spencer says so, B, yesterday, I'm exhausted, or C, 14 days, 15 hours, and 36 seconds. But who's counting? Please indicate your answers. And your answers are? C is the correct answer, 14 days. Okay, so it looks like we have a pass advanced score on our pre-dinner SOL test. Good job, everybody.
Yes, we are fully accredited tonight, and we made AYD.
AYD, what's that?
A yummy dinner. But I still think a little Italian torte would be a great addition to our school cafeterias.
I know just the person who can help us with that. Please join us in welcoming to the stage a man who has worked exceptionally hard this year to provide a true example of leadership for the district. Interim Superintendent, Mr. Michael Spencer.
It's the secret notebook. DeAngele and Jonathan, thank you. In addition to being two of our great students, they serve on the Student Advisory Committee, and they really are special to work with, and I know we're all looking forward to seeing more of them tonight. Good evening. Well, you guys look great, and off script, I have to tell you, the photographs of you did not do justice to the Teachers of the Year. I don't know if we took those at the end of a hard school day or what, but you guys look superb tonight. The setting is spectacular. Each of us has put our best foot forward to really celebrate Norfolk's finest tonight. And tonight we are going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate teaching and learning, because every person that's recognized here tonight, whether you're a classroom teacher, a bus driver, that you serve those wonderful yeast rolls in the cafeteria, or work in a front office, is a teacher. So on behalf of Norfolk Public Schools and the entire Norfolk community, please accept my great thank you for your tireless efforts in preparing our children to be productive members of the community and preparing them for Norfolk's future. I'd also like to thank the Norfolk Foundation, Education Foundation, for their sponsorship of this annual event. Without their efforts and their support, we would not be able to recognize our colleagues who have made such extraordinary contributions to the lives of the children in this manner. So, Kim Georges, to you and the board, thank you very much. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the members of the superintendent's executive team. I'm not going to try to do it by name, but if you'd stand, these are hardworking people that really keep me on course. And so, executive team, would you stand so we could recognize you, please? See, bashful people. Thank you. A couple other recognitions. I don't get many opportunities. In fact, this is a rare opportunity to speak in front of a group where I have all my bosses in one room. And so I'd like to recognize them tonight while I have that opportunity. First of all, our mayor, the Honorable Paul Frame, who is a real friend to public education. Mayor Frame, thank you for being here. Dr. Kurt Houston, who is the chair of the Norfolk Board, who you'll hear from in just a minute. Dr. Houston. And the real boss that really runs things, at least in my house, is my wife, Karen, who is also a colleague, Norfolk teacher, and she was a member of the 2010 All-City Teaching Team and the elementary representative. Thank you. We're pleased to have everybody here. We hope that you enjoy the night, that you appreciate this opportunity to celebrate what you do for this community each and every day. At this time, it is my pleasure to bring forward the chair of our school board, Dr. Kurt T. Houston. Dr. Houston.
Thank you, Mr. Spencer, and good evening. Mayor Frame, honored guests, Superintendent Spencer, honorees, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to represent my esteemed colleagues on the Norfolk Public School Board tonight to thank our honorees for your dedicated and outstanding service to the children of this great city. And before I go further, I would certainly like to recognize the school board members who are present. Dr. Linda McClooney is here with us, as well as Dr. Linda Horsey. Can we appreciate them tonight? I would say to the honorees tonight that the impact that you have made, the impressions that you have left, and the lives that you have inspired, I am sure cannot be overstated and should not be overlooked tonight. You are honored tonight because your peers and colleagues have recognized your special touch, your extraordinary effort, and your commitment to excellence in preparing our boys and girls for a successful future. Carl Jung asserts that one looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is the vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child. We all know that extraordinary teachers do far more than execute lesson plans with pedagogical precision. There are days when you listen like a friend, wipe runny noses and tear-stained cheeks. There are times when you admonish, encourage, and discipline, and at other times you motivate like a coach. Each day brings unique challenges and opportunities, and you must be prepared for them all. In addition to teaching coefficients and constants, you help our children see the enormous value that they all have within. Beyond the lessons on the great people and events of this state, the U.S. history and world history, you remind our children that they are the products of wonderfully rich legacies and that they too can leave their indelible marks on the world. John F. Kennedy encouraged us to think of education as the means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream which, fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. Because of teachers, administrative staff, food service employees, and building maintenance employees like you men and women who are being honored and recognized tonight, our children will continue to grow and develop as educated, cultured contributors to our society, capable of competing in a rapidly changing global society. Your name may never be listed among who's who in education and noted among the greats like Eric Erickson, John Dewey, or Benjamin Bloom, but tonight we appreciate you, commend you, and salute you. Congratulations and enjoy the evening. Please welcome to the podium now Ms. Kim Georges, the president of the Norfolk Education Foundation, while we express our appreciation to the Norfolk Education Foundation for their sponsorship of this event and continued support of Norfolk Public Schools.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is indeed an honor to participate in this time-honored tradition of recognizing the best of Norfolk Public Schools. I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Norfolk Education Board of Directors, Foundation Board of Directors, and on behalf of this dedicated group of community, business, and civic leaders, we welcome you all here tonight. The Foundation is honored to serve as the presenting sponsor of this year's Evening of Excellence. But more importantly, we thank you for your unwavering dedication, commitment, passion, and determination in providing one of the greatest treasures our young people can receive, a proper education. The Norfolk Education Foundation is proud to be a part of this program and many others. We look forward to partnering with you in driving community investment back into our schools. With that, I'm happy to announce that our annual fund campaign entitled "A Million Reasons" will launch this August. We hope that you will join us as we continue to share with the broader community the great works that are accomplished here in Norfolk Public Schools. Again, thank you and congratulations to each of you.
The winner in the category for Most Outstanding in Athletics and Interscholastic Activities is Andrea White from Granby High School.
Forensics coach Andrea Weish regularly promotes good sportsmanship and demonstrates that hard work, dedication, and perseverance lead to success. Over the past 4 years, she's empowered once shy students with the confidence to become more outspoken by listening and learning from critique. Her high ideals and patient, positive attitude have produced great results. This year, Granby became the first high school from Norfolk in over 10 years to win the Regional Forensics Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrea Weish.
Thank you. You would think as a forensics coach I'd be a little bit more prepared than this, but I'd just like to thank the staff, other administrators, and teachers, especially the outgoing coach at Granby High School, for all the love and support that they've shown me over the years. I fell in love with forensics and I haven't turned back. I'd also like to thank my family for bearing with me during those long, hard nights. And I appreciate everything, and I would love for the forensics team to continue to grow. Thank you.
The winner in the category for Most Outstanding in Foreign Language Education is Mary Anna White from Granby High School.
Mary Anna White works tirelessly to impress upon her students the importance of studying Latin. Through her lessons, students build reading and writing skills that translate to all aspects of their studies and into real-life situations. Her student-centered instruction utilizes both paired and group work on a regular basis. She also organizes a variety of after-school study sessions so students can improve or move ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Anna White.
Salvete, that's hello in Latin. Thank you so much, especially to everybody at Granby and to my family. Just really appreciate it. Thank you.
The winner in the category for Most Outstanding in Information Technology is Dan Paskowitz from Blair Middle School.
Although he is not a formal educator, Dan Paskowitz understands how important technology is to everyday instruction. Whether it's providing valuable insight to printing needs or giving prompt attention to submitted help desk tickets, he always keeps Blair's network and equipment ready for use. His ability to create a dedicated natural reader lab and troubleshoot the challenges despite logistical limitations reveal his ability to provide the best services possible with available equipment. Accepting on his behalf is Andrea Sakura, Senior Director of Information Technology.
On behalf of Dan Paskowitz, who could be here tonight, thank you very much for the honor of accepting this award.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Quality Customer Service are Regina Winters, Fairlawn Elementary. Virginia Bates, St. Helena Elementary. And Louise Christo, Granby High. And the winner is Louise Christo from Granby High School.
Louise Christou has single-handedly changed the culture and climate of Granby High School's main office. She often juggles several tasks at once while making the people she's interacting with feel as if they're her #1 priority. Ms. Christou also took it upon herself to improve Granby's on-time graduation rate by finding students who left and had enrolled in other schools. Her genuine desire to provide a quality experience for each person she interacts with makes her a role model for the entire staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Louise Christou.
I'm not much of a speaker, so I'm just going to say thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding School Counselor are Rudy Escobar, Sherwood Forest Elementary. Carla Harmon, Blair Middle. David Bunting, Granby High. And the winner is Rudy Escobar from Sherwood Forest Elementary.
Rudy Escobar believes in educating and fostering the needs of the whole child. Throughout his 15 years as school counselor at Sherwood Forest Elementary, he has provided a wide range of services based on student needs, including grant writing, crisis intervention, mental, emotional, and social development, and the general needs of families. He's always there to offer academic guidance and support services to help students achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudy Escobar.
Thank you guys very much. This is a great honor. I didn't expect to win. I thought I was going to lose today. But I wanted to thank my parents, of course, my family, my friends for always believing in me, my administrators that I've worked with over the years. Two of them are in the audience. Cheryl Jordan, I have to say that, and Dr. Christine Harris for always being supportive of the MPS school counseling program. But most of all, I want to thank all of my counselor colleagues, the teachers and staff at Sherwood Forest Elementary, and most importantly, the students at Sherwood who inspire me to be the best every day. Thanks.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Science Education are Jamie Barksdale, Lindenwood Elementary. Abby Watson, Norview High. And Angela Lewis, Madison Alternative. And the winner is Angela Lewis from Madison Alternative School.
Angela Lewis is determined to make science come alive for her students, and above all, to make it fun. She's spoken of being jolted awake very early in the morning with creative ideas for science projects, such as using different sized cookies to create prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. In addition, her students are often given real-world problems to solve in her class that incorporate the standards of learning. Her creativity encourages and it inspires her students to want to learn more about science every day. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Lewis.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank God for allowing me to do something that I love every single day. I would like to thank my Madison family, especially Ms. Oleski, who nominated me. I'd like to thank my dad for coming all the way from San Diego to come see me. I wish my mother were here, but I know she's watching me, so I just would like to thank everybody who supported me through these whole years, and thank all of you. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in School Nutrition are Daria Wright, Camp Allen Elementary. John Kraft, School Nutrition. Victoria Bennett, Fairlawn Elementary. And the winner is John Kraft from School Nutrition Services.
As a 20-year veteran of Norfolk Public Schools, John Kraft is currently responsible for all non-refrigeration school nutrition equipment throughout the district and in the central kitchen. Because his work is unpredictable and dynamic, he consistently demonstrates the ability to prioritize and multitask services in a timely manner. He has strong technical skills, and his expertise regarding equipment repairs and purchases is invaluable. Mr. Kraft can always be counted on to provide sound advice about food service equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, John Kraft.
Thank you. What an honor. 32 years. Well, the first 12 was a student. I am a product of Norfolk Public Schools. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Trainer, Individual, and Group are Chauncina Jackson and Charlotte Davis, St. Helena Elementary, and Therese Toth, Granby High. And the winner is Therese Toth from Granby High School.
Therese Toth, Department Chair for Special Education at Granby High School, has created a learning climate for teachers that encourages trust, openness, respect, and active participation. She realizes that student achievement will not occur without ongoing training, growth, and progress in teaching practices. Because of the outstanding training and professional development that she expertly provides for her teachers, there was a less than 1% differential between general and special education students on a recent English assessment. Ladies and gentlemen, her assistant principal.
Therese could not be with us tonight, and we're hoping for her speedy return back in September. Therese was in an automobile accident about 6 weeks ago, but is progressing, doing really well. So keep her in your prayers, and she's so well deserving. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Art Education are Christian Turietta, Richard Bowling Elementary, Sandra Burdick, Blair Middle, Jennifer McDuffie, Norview High. And the winner is Christian Turietta from Richard Bowling Elementary.
For art teacher Kristen Turietta, looking is a gift, but seeing is a power. This effervescent, knowledgeable, patient, and supportive educator helps students see the power their artwork can have. She maintains a very upbeat classroom environment and searches for opportunities to commend and compliment her students. Ms. Turietta often develops lessons and activities that correlate with objectives being covered in each grade level. Accepting on her behalf is Principal Sterling White.
She's really excited, and she said she wanted to thank the most wonderful, outstanding, marvelous, stupendous principal she's ever had in her entire life. And she said to Mr. Spencer and Dr. Harris and Ms. Thomas, be kind to him. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Building and Facility Maintenance are Joseph Board, Madison Alternative, Andre Perry and Edward Cook, Camp Young, Larry Sanderlin, Granby High. And the winner is Joseph Board from Madison Alternative School.
Joseph Board, otherwise known as Mr. Fix-It, is more than a building supervisor at Madison. He's a historian, safety officer, construction worker, scuba diver, and at times a magician. This consummate team player makes himself readily available to staff, and his prompt response to repairs and strong maintenance skills enable him to quickly resolve potentially dangerous situations. He visits all areas of the nearly 100-year-old school on a daily basis and works tirelessly to proactively ensure student safety through a clean, well-maintained school. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Board.
I did have a lot to thank, but they told me I didn't have too much time, so I'd just like to thank the Madison people. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in School Safety and Discipline are Peggy Taylor, P.B. Young Elementary, the Granby SOS Team, Granby High, Alexis Rogers, Blair Middle, and the winner is the Granby SOS Team, Granby High.
The Safe and Orderly Schools Team, or SOS, is charged with implementing programs that provide a positive and safe environment for students and staff at Granby. The team is made up of teachers, counselors, security, clerical, administrative, and other staff members who voluntarily give of their time and believe that the key to effective discipline is building relationships and accountability at all levels. The key program of the committee is Operation Hall Sweep, which has staff members at stations on each floor, ensuring that all students are in class after the bell. The success of this program has caused it to be adopted by several other high schools. Ladies and gentlemen, the SOS team.
Thank you so much. We are very fortunate in that our principal, Mr. Daughtry, believes very much in his staff, and he has a lot of faith in us. And so he allowed us to come together as a team. This is a teacher-led initiative, but it's really a team of administrators, counselors, security, and we all work together really hard to make sure our building's a very safe place. So thank you very much to Mr. Daughtry and all of our administrators, and Mr. Smeagol for working with us and nominating us, and Ms. Rock, who was our principal last year, who helped us get this off the ground. Thank you.
Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in English Education are Michelle D. Brown, Norview Middle; Nancy Bogan, Granby High; and Darnita Woodhouse, Madison Alternative. And the winner is Darnita Woodhouse from Madison Alternative School.
As the only teacher at Madison, Darnita Woodhouse does all she can to make certain that every day is meaningful, successful, and fulfilling for a very diverse group of students. She constantly conveys the importance of reading fluently, writing proficiently, and speaking well so that her students may reach their potential. Her positive expectations and development of shared goals have resulted in a high level of engagement by the students. In fact, last year's SOL scores were in the 87th percentile. Ladies and gentlemen, Darnita Woodhouse.
First of all, I would really love to thank God for everything, because without him, I could do nothing. And I would really like to thank my grandmother for being here, and my brother Lamont, and thank you, Miss Lucy Zaleski, for just all that you've helped me accomplish too. And thank you, Madison team. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Media Services are Jennifer M. Rasco, Camp Allen Elementary; Janet Forbes, J. Cox Elementary; Terry Clark, Larchmont Elementary. And the winner is Terry Clark from Larchmont Elementary.
Terry Clark is dedicated to ensuring that the media program is efficient, effective, and provides her students with 21st century learning opportunities. She has implemented 4 major elements into her library media program. They are collaboration, reading literacy, enhancing literacy through technology, and information literacy. Her exceptional knowledge of media instruction impacts both students and staff members, as she regularly collaborates with teachers to provide classroom resources that enhance instructional goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Clark.
Just like to say thank you to all my administrators over the years, and to Elaine Marion, and especially my students at Larchmont. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Transportation are Charlotte Carling, Transportation; Cynthia Parker, Granby High; and Janice Tyson, Madison Alternative. And the winner is Cynthia Parker from Granby High School.
Otherwise known as Bus 290, constantly strives to provide the best customer service for our students and parents. As the head bus driver of the largest fleet of buses at any school, this 20-year veteran of the district believes that communication is the most important trait needed to be an effective leader. She will not leave her position if a bus driver is late until she knows there's a resolution. Ms. Parker is also always ready to set the tone for each school day with a warm and friendly greeting for the students as they come onto her bus. Ladies and gentlemen, Cynthia Parker.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank Mr. Hazelette for noticing me and the Associates of Transportation. Thank you very much for this award.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Health and Physical Education are Nicole Derby, Tanners Creek Elementary; Kim Barnes, Lake Taylor High; Juanita Etheridge, Granby High. And the winner is Juanita Etheridge, Granby High.
Juanita Etheridge instills in each of her students a belief in hard work and the determination not to give up. Whether it's motivating students in gym class or planning activities to promote safe driving, her infectious effort causes students and teachers to rise to higher levels, creating an environment that's conducive to learning and teaching. She's also had a profound impact on students struggling with their weight and eating habits. Ms. Etheridge can be found daily, encouraging others to eat healthy, to exercise, to laugh, and of course to smile. Ladies and gentlemen, Juanita Etheridge.
Good evening. I'd like to thank Kim Baylor for this nomination, for nominating me. I'd like to thank my co-workers for all their support. Thank you very much.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Gifted Education are Lynn Barrett, Blair Middle; and Judy Gullidge, Granby High. And the winner is Lynn Barrett from Blair Middle School.
From the new teachers she mentors to experienced teachers she encourages and supports, Lynn Barrett shares her passion for teaching and learning with everyone. This year alone, her guidance has resulted in referrals for 47 new students in the gifted identification process. She currently works with 14 teams of teachers at Blair to plan unique learning experiences for over 320 gifted students. Her ability to pinpoint and utilize several instructional approaches to reach different types of learners makes her an invaluable member of the team she supports. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Barrett.
Good evening. I'd like to first thank Gail Englert for nominating me. I'd like to thank my colleagues at Blair and in the gifted community who try to do what's best for kids every day. I thank Mrs. Kruger, who demands rigor for all of our kids, and for Dory Banks, who supports gifted education and gifted kids throughout the district, and for my husband, who never minded when work got in the way. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Reading Education are Nancy Dyer, Fairlawn Elementary; Theresa Lewis, Sherwood Forest Elementary; Kosha Taylor, Blair Middle. And the winner is Theresa Lewis from Sherwood Forest Elementary.
Theresa Lewis uses her resourcefulness and creativity to ensure that all her students will achieve in her classroom. She often engages her students by having them read in lyrics or reciting curriculum from related raps. Her love of teaching and dedication is seen through the great strides her students make in reading by meeting and exceeding literacy benchmarks. Ms. Lewis is committed to arming her students with an education that will allow them to compete globally with their counterparts. Ladies and gentlemen, Theresa Lewis.
Thank you. I'm not much of a talker, but I would like to thank my principal, Mrs. Shura Jordan, for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to be creative in the classroom. As we know, teaching has to be a passion. I love reading, but I love most of all teaching the struggling readers. I would like to thank Ms. Williams for nominating me. I would also like to thank Ms. Jackson for being there for me. And last but not least, I would like to thank Eric for being there always and loving me unconditionally, even when I bring my work home. As we know, teaching doesn't stop at 3:40. Thank you so much.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding Instructional Paraprofessional are April Murray, Fairlawn Elementary; Atif Canty, Sherwood Forest Elementary; and Roger Sproul, Granby High. And the winner is Roger Sproul from Granby High School.
Roger Sproul has been a special education paraprofessional for 3 years, and in that time has worked one-on-one with 3 different students. This retired firefighter uses his knowledge, skills, and abilities to build strong relationships with his students so he can mentor them in a way that encourages independence and a solid value system. He creatively pursues innovative approaches to improve student learning and parental involvement. More importantly, his students come to trust and rely on him even when he no longer works directly with them. Speaking on behalf of Roger Sproul is his assistant principal, Mindy Williams.
Thank you. I believe that Roger is at the soccer game tonight, as he is a very active member of our athletic booster club, so that's where he is. He's still working. Thank you. This is well-deserved for Roger.
Please welcome to the stage Norfolk Public Schools' first Regional Teacher of the Year and the 1994 Citywide Teacher of the Year, Ms. Lucy Zaleski.
Good evening. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight, and I need to let you know that not only did I teach your host, Jonathan, I taught his mom. In addition, Nicole Derby came up to me and reminded me that when she was in my class at Azalea, when I was the Teacher of the Year, she was in my class at that time. So that's so powerful to come back here and see my children. I'm here to give you some insights into why you are teachers and what you know when you know you are a teacher. The top 10 reasons, I'm going to go through them and we're going to discuss them a little bit, and I think you're going to identify yourself with them. Number 10. Top 10 reason why you know you are a teacher is when you catch yourself giving strangers kids that teacher stare when they are misbehaving in public. We all know that stare. It's like. Number 9, you ask your spouse to clap 2 times if he or she hears your voice. Number 8, your students call you the cool teacher, and you believe them. However, this happens most often when the child is angling for an A or for that last piece of candy hidden in your drawer. You know. Number 7, you're thrilled to see an empty paper towel roll. Now, I have to tell you about this one. When I was at school, I was kind of going through some of these, and it was a high school teacher I was speaking to, and she said, "I'm not really sure I get that." And I thought, well, the primary and elementary school teachers are going to definitely get this because they get empty paper towel rolls and they are magic conveyances in the eyes and hands of children. They create towers. They create all kinds of wonderful things, animal bodies, all kinds of things with paper towel rolls. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Number 6. Oh, you're all going to love this one. You use your teacher's spending card to buy the latest, greatest, all new and improved mega pencil sharpener because you're determined to find one that won't break. Number 5, you can read upside down. Read and write upside down. Number 4, you edit everything you see or hear for correct grammar, spelling, spelling, and punctuation. Yep, okay, yep. Number 3, you can answer emails, use the restroom, make 2 parent calls, and eat lunch within 15 minutes. Number 2, you hear 25 voices behind you and know which one is out of line. And I want a drum roll for the number 1. Drum roll. The number 1 reason you know you are a teacher is that every day you walk into your classroom and you provide your children with the courage to believe in themselves. Thank you so much for honoring me and having me present. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage student host DeAngeli Miller.
At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Spencer and Dr. Christine Harris, our Associate Superintendent for Academics, to please come forward to congratulate our top 13 Teachers of the Year. Angela Mays of Fairlawn Elementary School.
Angela Mays of Fairlawn Elementary School is a 3rd grade teacher who has been teaching for a total of 6 years with Norfolk Public Schools. She believes every student who walks through her door is a unique learner and full of potential.
Debbie Reynolds of Calcott Elementary School.
Debbie Reynolds of Calcott Elementary School is a K through 5th grade teacher with 11 years of teaching experience, with 6 of those years in her current position in gifted education. Debbie is described as conscientious, dedicated, professional, and tireless advocate for students.
Natasha Brown of Ocean View Elementary School.
Natasha Brown of Ocean View Elementary School has been teaching pre-K for 8 years and taught kindergarten and 2nd grades over her 11-year teaching career. Natasha is said to have the ability to change the lives of low-achieving students through intervention and the belief that all children can learn and succeed.
Lauren Danaher of Larry Moore Elementary School.
Lauren Danaher of Larimore Elementary School has 8 years of teaching experience and 6 years in her current position as a 1st grade teacher. Lauren's greatest strength is her support for her whole family. All of her students are considered to be her children.
Sandra Mitchell of Larchmont Elementary School.
Sandra Mitchell of Larchmont Elementary School is a pre-K through 1st grade teacher who has 18 years of teaching experience, 15 of those at Larchmont. Sandra brings a high level of excellence and she intrinsically motivates her students to learn.
Christine Thornhill of Sewells Point Elementary.
Christine Thornhill of Sewells Point Elementary School has been teaching kindergarten for 7 years. Christine is described as being innovative and dynamic each day and motivates students to have a love for learning.
Sinclair Harris of Norview Middle School.
Sinclair Harris of Norview Middle School has 7 years teaching experience and has been with Norfolk Schools since 2009 and is currently a 7th grade social studies teacher. Sinclair is thought of as the person who helps students learn the roots of their educational future and at the same time, given their wings to explore what they're capable of achieving.
Horace Hines of Ruffner Academy.
Horace Hines of Ruffner Academy is a 6th grade science teacher. He has been with Norfolk Schools since 2004 and has 8 years of teaching experience. Horace is described as putting the needs of the children first as he drives to stimulate and educate them in the world in which they live.
Doris Thompson of Lafayette Winona Middle School.
Doris Thompson of Lafayette Winona Middle School has been teaching math for 12 years, and she has taught 6th grade math since 2007. Doris states that dedication, caring, firmness, fairness, and accountability are hallmarks of her classroom.
Sean Ellis of Maury High School.
Sean Ellis of Maury High School is a geometry teacher for grades 9 through 12. He has been with Norfolk Schools for the past 11 years. Sean is believed to be a team player, a leader, a gentleman, and a role model to all.
Christina Foss of Granby High School.
Christina Foss of Granby High School has been teaching for 13 and a half years, 10 and a half of those years at Granby High as a 9th through 12th grade English teacher. She is a visionary who insists on teaching struggling students, which is a testimony to her character, leadership, and versatility.
Jeremy Clark of Lake Taylor High School.
Jeremy Clark of Lake Taylor High School is a 9th through 12th grade English grade teacher who has 13 years of teaching experience. For 9 of those years, he has taught at Lake Taylor High School. Jeremy says, "Each day I strive to positively impact each of my kids, connect with them, and build meaningful relationships."
Robin Ward of the Norfolk Technical Center.
Robin Ward of the Norfolk Technical Center has 10 years of teaching experience, 8 of those years at NTC as a 12th grade postgraduate practical nursing teacher. Robin uses her experience gained in years of practical nursing in the LPN and RN fields to ensure students are held to the highest standards.
Let's give one more round of applause to the top 13 teachers of the year. Teachers, Mr. Spencer and Dr. Harris, you may be seated.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Music Education are Linda Dennis, Norview High. Sarah Tillman, Blair Middle. Arthur Broadbent III, Norview Middle. And the winner is Linda Dennis from Norview High School.
Linda Dennis inspires young musicians from elementary through high school. As the director of orchestra at Norview and the strings mentor teacher, she provides vital support to both students and teachers throughout the district. She's developed model lessons and a guidebook for elementary strings, and annually her orchestra receives a superior rating at the District 2 Orchestra Assessment. Ms. Dennis has also created the Norview Community Concert, which showcases several schools featuring all skill levels and ages. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Dennis.
Oh my. I just want to say thank you so much to the committee for this tremendous honor. I'd like to thank my department chair, Barbara Meyer, for nominating me. For my principal, I'd like to thank my principal, Dr. Marjorie Staley, and assistant principal, Dr. Mark Makovic, for their unwavering support of the music program at Norview. But most of all, I'd really like to thank, oh, I forgot someone, very important, coordinator of music, Danielle Roby. I'm sorry, thank you so much, Danielle, for your support. But most of all, I'd like to thank the students, the orchestra students at Norview High School, who inspire me every day.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Mathematics Education are Coralie Kralik-Donham, Camp Allen Elementary. Tamara Smith-Moyler, Sherwood Forest Elementary. And Kathleen McLaughlin, Granby High. And the winner is Coralie Kralik-Donham from Camp Allen Elementary School.
In Coralie Donham's math class, students are encouraged to show and explain their work using different methods to accommodate different learning styles in order to ensure that students have a clear understanding of math vocabulary. She uses charts, diagrams, role-playing, along with other methods. Her students know how much she loves teaching math because she's always showing them different ways to find answers. It's important to Ms. Donham that the core of each math objective is being taught and not just how to compute some numbers. Speaking on her behalf is her principal, Dina Copeland.
Unfortunately, Ms. Donham went home sick today, so I'm here to accept on her behalf. I'm sure she would like me to extend her appreciation to you. She's an awesome teacher. She's an awesome supporter at Camp Allen Elementary, and we're so grateful to have her, so thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Social Studies Education are Elizabeth Pickett, Blair Middle. Curtis Young, Lafayette Winona Middle. Kelly Stead, Norview Middle. And the winner is Curtis Young from Lafayette Winona Middle.
Curtis Young's passion for history and his devotion to his students' education is second to none. This decorated first sergeant in the Army always creates and uses rigorous, innovative instructional strategies that promote critical thinking in students. As the Social Studies Department Chair, he requires his team to incorporate activities into every lesson so that students are not just getting a lecture. Although a pin drop can be heard in his class, Mr. Young still provides activities that promote student interaction and engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Young.
Wow. Look at what the Lord has done. I first want to start by saying I thank my wife, who we celebrate 22 years tomorrow. And my principal, Ms. Tracy Flemings, who believes in us and allows you to do your job. And for Ms. Reba Miller, who pushed me to go forward in the department chair. And the best coordinator in Norfolk Public Schools, Ms. Christonia Brown. I love teaching students, but most of all, I love impacting their lives and their futures. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Special Education are Pam Hurley, Crossroads Elementary. Valerie Parker, Norview Elementary. and Peggy Carl, Lafayette Winona Middle. And the winner is Valerie Parker from Norview Elementary School.
Valerie Parker, the special education grade level chair at Norview Elementary, regularly goes above and beyond her job responsibilities. She does not isolate inclusion students in any of her classes because she has a vested interest and holds herself accountable to all of them. Her expectations are so high and her academics are so rigorous that most visitors to her classes would have difficulty telling which students are general and which are special ed. Ms. Parker readily accommodates and reteaches material in order to ensure that her students reach the goals she has set for them. Ladies and gentlemen, Valerie Parker.
Good evening. I would just like to thank my colleagues at Norview Elementary School, my principal, Dr. Sandy Cox, my assistant principal, Julie Honeycutt, and my husband, Luke Parker, who is very supportive of me in education. Thank you again.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding Professional Office Employee are Theresa Collett, Lindenwood Elementary. Bertha Marks, Oceanair Elementary. Lynn S. Voorhees, Granby High. And the winner is Bertha Marks from Oceanair Elementary School.
As the first point of contact for visitors, Bertha Marks strives to create a positive and productive school environment on a daily basis. Her outstanding office management skills are only matched by her ability to build meaningful, long-lasting relationships with students, staff, parents, and community members. She's quick to encourage and motivate students and help staff members with any issues they might be having. By going out of her way to make students, staff, and visitors feel like part of the Oceanair family, she has redefined the role of office manager. Ladies and gentlemen, Bertha Marks.
Good evening. First, I would like to thank you for this honor. I'm so thankful to be a part of Norfolk Public Schools. I'm thankful to be the representative that people see when they walk in Oceanair Elementary School. I thank my wonderful principal, Dr. Lawrence Taylor. I thank all my colleagues, and I thank all the colleagues that I had before, Tony Sabatage especially, who took me under his wing at Coleman Place Elementary School. Thank you all very much for the honor.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding First-Year Employee are Pamela Gatling, Lafayette Winona Middle. Ashley Hines, Norview Middle. And Diane Roman Moser, Madison Alternative. And the winner is Pamela Gatling from Lafayette Winona Middle School.
During her first year as a special education teacher at Lafayette Winona, Pamela Gatling has gained the admiration of those who work with her through her positive personality and tenacious work ethic. She is dedicated, hardworking, energetic professional who is always willing to consider new strategies to help her students reach their potential. Ms. Gatling is committed to adapting activities that will help students increase their learning, make them feel relaxed during instruction, and improve their self-esteem. Ladies and gentlemen, Pamela Gatling.
At this time, all I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you have done. I would like to take the time to thank Norfolk Public Schools for welcoming me into the district. To my family at Lafayette Winona Middle School, I would like to thank you, the students, the teachers, Ms. Flemings, other administrators, and the special education department for being so supportive this school year. I would also like to send a special thanks to the special education department chairperson for having patience as she guided me through the required Norfolk Public Schools education policy procedures. To my husband, my 2 daughters, my mother, my family, and my friends. I thank you for believing in me and being so supportive on the days that I'm at school late. Most of all, I want to thank God for giving me the vision and the anointing to teach students to increase their self-esteem and be productive as they travel through their academic career. Again, I thank you, I thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Career and Technical Education are Courtney Jackson, Granby High. Pandora Pfeiffer, Madison Alternative. And the winner is Pandora Pfeiffer from Madison Alternative.
Pandora Pfeiffer's high expectations often yield profound results from students who have challenges at Madison. This 14-year veteran teacher of business and technology education truly cares about promoting a good image in career and technical education while showing students the relevancy in the workplace. Because she keeps abreast of best practices and the latest technological advances, she's able to open the world to students and expand their horizons by using technology that engages them and enables them to transcend any perceived limitations. Ladies and gentlemen, Pandora Pfeiffer.
I'd like to thank Dr. Fortner for nominating me for this award. I'd like to thank Ms. Mundell for fighting so hard to get my position back at Madison last year. Brenda Clemens, I haven't seen you yet tonight, but I know you're here somewhere, and words can't even express what I feel for you. And I'd like to thank my darling daughter, Wimberly, for escorting me tonight. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding Instructional Team are the Norview Middle School Music Team, Bayview Elementary's 5th grade team, and Camp Allen Elementary's kindergarten team. And the winner is Bayview Elementary's 5th grade music team.
The Bayview 5th grade instructional team operates as a family, and they truly enjoy working together. Every week, team members meet to set and discuss instructional goals and share ideas and innovative techniques. These teachers then collaborate to create innovative lessons using a combination of technology, cooperative learning, hands-on activities, and projects. This team consistently motivates their students to score upwards of 90% in all SOL categories. Ladies and gentlemen, Bayview's 5th grade instructional team.
Thank you so much. We need to thank our principal and assistant principal, Dr. Mansfield and Mrs. Green, and of course, my wonderful team. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in District Promotion are Claudette Dalmeda, Suburban Park Elementary. Kim Jordan, Granby High. And the winner is Claudette Dalmeda from Suburban Park.
Claudette Dalmeda takes every opportunity to teach her students about the importance of staying connected to the community in which they live. She works with the local Civic League and other partners to ensure that students have a uniform and the supplies they need for school. This 15-year employee of Norfolk Public Schools has continuously increased the number of school and community partners. In fact, she's brought over 100 volunteers into Suburban Park this year alone. No one cares more about her community and her school than Mrs. Dalmeda. Ladies and gentlemen, Claudette Dalmeda.
I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Brenda Shepard, Ms. Ellis, Ms. Brandy Roberts, and the staff of Suburban Park, and most of all to my family. Thank you.
The nominees in the category for Most Outstanding in Leadership and Vision are Tracy Fleming's Lafayette Winona Middle, Cheryl Jordan, Sherwood Forest Elementary. And Jeannie Kruger, Blair Middle. And the winner is Jeannie Kruger from Blair Middle School.
Jeannie Kruger does what is in the best interest of all the students at Blair in order to help them achieve and succeed without exception. Her integrity and understanding that she can't do it alone make her an ideal team leader. In her 5 years as principal at Blair, she has led change efforts including the development of the Blair Leadership Team, the creation of the Pre-Medical Health and Engineering Program, and improved involvement with the community. All of these changes began with her vision of opportunity, equity, and support for all students and staff and parents. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeannie Kruger.
Thank you. I caught the bouquet. I'm very excited. First, I would like to thank the leadership of Norfolk Public Schools for taking a chance on me and allowing me to explore and work with my strengths. I'd like to thank my wonderful Blair family for taking my wild hairs, some might call that vision, and making it workable. I would like to thank the children. They make every day wonderful. And most of all, I want to thank my husband, Mel Williams, who waits patiently for me to travel the world with him. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage Mr. Michael Spencer, the Interim Superintendent of Schools.
Wow, that's a lot of talent, isn't it? Join me in thanking again and congratulating our Inspiration Award winners. Each year, our Teachers of the Year are invited to be part of a special group that we call the Teacher Advisory Council. This council meets throughout the school year and advises the superintendent and the administration on a variety of matters. Their time and effort is very much appreciated, and I'd like to thank and ask the members of the Teacher Advisory Committee Council that are here tonight to stand up so we could recognize you. Thank you very much. We also have another very distinguished group of teachers here tonight. These are the excellent, dedicated men and women who throughout the years have been selected to represent Norfolk Public Schools as our citywide Teachers of the Year. And I'd like to recognize them at this time, if you'd please stand. Citywide Teachers of the Year. And now we've arrived to a very special part of our program. Tonight we're here to honor a person who embodies all of our hopes and aspirations for the quality of teaching in the city of Norfolk. We'll now have a video as tribute to outstanding individuals.
I became a teacher because so many people in my life had helped me, and I wanted to continue that. I wanted to help others to learn. I love discovery. I love the kids to be able to investigate what they're learning, whether it's through manipulatives or questioning, but I really like them to kind of come up with what they're learning before I teach it.
Miss Crepper's she's like a well-rounded, a fun teacher that like she's serious and playful at the same time.
She's good at explaining everything. I don't get confused with stuff. She's really nice, and compared to the other math teachers I've observed during class or something, she explains stuff and she doesn't get frustrated with us if we don't understand anything.
I love to bring joy to the students when they come in the classroom. I'm supportive. I love to help them when they're stuck. I'm sensitive, at least I try to be sensitive. I want to try to get into the student's role to see how they're seeing it and what they're going through so that I can help them when they need help.
She helps you with your work, even if the whole class understands, it's just one person. She still explains it to the class, but
still kind of helps the same one person.
It's like she makes us work out the problem that like we missed, and it teaches us how to do it again, so it's better that way.
She's much nicer, and she actually thinks about her students, and she knows that how they're feeling when they're, you know, answering questions, and she takes her time to answer all of their questions.
I believe that the kids need someone when they come into a classroom to give them the joy of learning. So I try my best to present just a really positive environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Karen Krepper, a pre-algebra teacher at Blair Middle School.
I was in shock when it happened, and it really has been a great opportunity. I was thinking when I was first named Teacher of the Year, wow, you know, every single teacher in this room works so hard and tries so hard to teach the students. And so I thought, well, I could at least do my best to represent everyone. It feels good to know that in my years of teaching, I've learned some things, and I've learned to try to be my best. I've learned to try to give to the students the best I can. And so I would say, in that sense, it's a great honor.
She's Teacher of the Year, and she's like fun, and she has like experiments that we do with math that like help us understand more about the math that we're learning.
I feel like I'm getting a great education because when I saw her poster in the beginning of the year, I was like, oh, that's my teacher.
It made me feel special because I have a teacher that's kind of recognized by the whole school board, and so I guess that since I have her, it'll make it seem easier and better.
I believe the students inspire me the most to become a better teacher because they're always questioning, they're always exploring. You know, they wanna find out about the world they live in, and so today I would say they inspire me to always do my best and to try to make the lesson better so that they grasp it.
She does the extra credit on our test, and we do group work to make other friends and to help us with the problems that we don't know.
She repeats everything. She answers all questions by all students. She respects every student, and that no matter what, she makes sure every single student knows all facts that will need to be known by the SOL.
I've been teaching over 20 years, and what I love most about it is working with the children. It really is a joy. Every day is different, and the students love to really learn, and they're curious about many things. So I've gone into teaching to try to help them to learn the most that they can learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Karen Krepper, who will assist in presenting the top teaching awards tonight. Karen Krepper. At this time, I'd like to invite the school board to line up in front of the stage. This is the standards of learning part, Dr. Houston. And so you were to stand right in front of the podium and the rest of the board beside you to the right. When I call the names of the 4 top teachers of the year, I'm asking that you come down the center aisle, shake hands with Dr. Houston before shaking the hands of the other board members, and then come up to the stage on my right, your left. Can you feel the excitement? I'm just as anxious to learn who will be the Norfolk's top elementary, middle, high, and auxiliary teacher of the year is. This year, just as a note, we decided that our auxiliary education teachers should be a separate category to highlight the excellence in education they provide our students and that they're worthy of this recognition. So with that said, from this outstanding group of educators, only one will become the Norfolk Teacher of the Year for 2012. I'm missing a page. Oh, no, I'm not. The Norfolk Public School Elementary Teacher of the Year from Mary Calcott Elementary School, Debbie Reynolds. Norfolk Public Schools Middle School Teacher of the Year. From Norview Middle School, Sinclair Harris. Norfolk Public Schools High School Teacher of the Year. From Maury High School, Sean Ellis. And the Norfolk Public School Auxiliary Education Teacher of the Year. From Norfolk Technical Center, Robin Ward. Let me be the first to congratulate each of you on being the top 4 Teachers of the Year for Norfolk Public Schools. You represent Norfolk's finest teachers, and we're proud of you for going above and beyond to help our students excel in the classroom. And in just a moment, one of these 4 teachers will become the Norfolk Public Schools Teacher of the Year for 2012. And Dr. Houston, I don't know if you noticed any theme going on up here tonight, but I just thought I'd point it out. The suspense is almost over. The moment you've all been waiting for. Who among you will be the Norfolk Public Schools 2012 Teacher of the Year? The teacher selected, like all of you, is a true advocate for Norfolk children. Our Teacher of the Year sets high expectations for all students and then goes about designing creative lesson plans that develop students academically and also build their self-confidence. These lesson plans always capitalize on a thorough knowledge of the content area and the development of the needs of the children. Tonight's special teacher embraces Norfolk Public Schools' belief in educating each student to be a successful, productive contributor to society by providing powerful teaching and learning opportunities. This exceptional teacher understands the value of instilling a love of learning that goes beyond the essential skills outlined in the curriculum. Tonight's honoree believes that the teacher's role extends far beyond the four walls of the classroom. This teacher recognizes the importance of creating a culture in the classroom that fosters collaboration among students and their peers. Now, this description could fit any one of the countless teachers in any one of our Norfolk schools, but tonight we're here to single out just one. Let me share some of the teacher's own words. A nationally recognized and globally competitive school system requires instruction that will facilitate powerful learning and help guide students to reach their maximum potential. As you can see, this teacher I'm quoting believes in our mission to ensure academic success throughout the school year and in the future for our students. As an educator, this teacher makes learning relevant to the lives of students, especially the most struggling ones, and also committed to the emotional, physical, and academic needs of all students. Our 2012 Teacher of the Year, like each member of the All-City teaching team, is one who is helping to lead this district to meet our achievable results. Here's something else this teacher has said, which really gets to the essence, in my opinion, of the power of an extraordinary teacher. I help students think critically and work collaboratively with classmates as they would in the real world. Students need to be prepared for life and not just prepared to pass high-stake tests. Like all of our fine teachers here tonight, this teacher's influence will only grow over time, and those students will go on to college, earn a living, and raise families and children of their own. Our Teacher of the Year wants to see students see the importance of mathematics in their future and how to apply the knowledge in a real-life situation. I know I shouldn't be giving away things until the very end, but by now this teacher surely must know who I'm talking about. Our Teacher of the Year for 2012 is an exemplary teacher who has been part of Norfolk Public Schools family for 11 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me in congratulating Sean Ellis, geometry teacher, Maury High School, to represent the best of the best in Norfolk Public Schools. Sean. Thank you to our outstanding top teachers on the stage, Dr. Harris, Ms. Crepper, we thank you very much. And now we're very happy to have a very special presentation from the Norfolk Education Foundation to Mr. Ellis. Kim Georges.
Hi, thank you. On behalf of the Norfolk, Waterside, Marriott, and the Norfolk Education Foundation, we have a token of our appreciation. Congratulations. Thank you. I'll hold it for you.
Can I help you hold it?
Wow, that's all I can say. Normally I'm a bit overwhelmed now, but I have to say, wow. I'd like to thank the Lord, first of all, for giving me the strength and the ability to go to work and do what I love, what I absolutely love every day. I'd like to just thank my colleagues at Moore High School for supporting me, my principal, Mrs. Berg, for giving me the support that I needed. And I guess finally for my wife, who has to listen to all of my crazy ideas as I test them on her before I go back to work the next day, no matter what time of the day, because a lot of times my ideas just pop in my head late at night and she has to listen to them. So I want to say thank you, Stacy, for putting up with me, and again, just thank you.
You stay right up here. Mr. Ellis, again, congratulations. Just a couple closing comments. I know it's been a long evening, but it's been a great evening. And again, congratulations to each of you for the part you play in the success of Norfolk Public Schools. As you might expect, an event like this takes a lot of hands to put together. I'd like to thank our communications department and all the folks, I'm not even going to try to name them all, that made all of this possible. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for a great job. Well done. And of course, I think for all of us, one of the highlights tonight, certainly the highlight, is our students always. But DeAngele and Jonathan have done a great job. I want them to come out just for a minute. You know, as the superintendent, I tried to think, what could we do that would be special for these two young people as we got to the end of the school year. And I thought, well, the thing to do is to try to rush their grades out and give them their report cards tonight so they could start summer, right? And so I'm proud to be able to present your report cards. Now I have to explain. They've done such a great job preparing for this, and yesterday in their rehearsal and tonight. So we gave them Fs to retain them because we want them to come back a lot. Thank you both. Great job. We really do have a gift for you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You guys did a great job. You guys did a great job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we're apt to say all the time when we get together, we got 33,000 reasons to do the job we do each and every day. And tomorrow morning is going to come very early, and we got 33,000 young people waiting for us to be on time. So again, thank you for your participation tonight. Drive carefully home, and again, congratulations to all.